Hi y'all! On October 2023, I got to go visit Fredericksburg, Texas, and it was Monarch butterfly season. As you can see in the Fredericksburg local park, the Monarch butterflies were everywhere. Next stop, we went to the Wildseed Farms, and at the Wildseed Farms in Fredericksburg, they were hosting a Monarch butterfly tag and releasing event. It was so amazing to get to hold a butterfly, put a tag on it, and release it. They got their butterflies in from Florida. Did you know that you can easily tell the difference between a male and female butterfly? If you look closely, the females have a thicker vein, and the males have a little pouch on them that you can look for on their vein. This is how we tagged the butterflies. And here are the butterflies in their nets waiting to be tagged and released. They had over 200 butterflies. Now it's finally my turn to tag a butterfly.
Your number is 818. If you guys want to peek, you can just
Do I write that down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
By like, you can kind of see it there, right? So that's a
This
male.
little
So then, and they taste
looks
with
like
their
an oven
feet.
mitt.
So let them taste the salt on your
That's
hand.
called the discal
Like, put it in
cell.
like this.
These are all cells that are on the
Yeah.
little sections are called cells. We place that on there
Oh, wait, now let me
gently.
tag
Give
you
it a push. If you'll put your
Let's put a
hand
tag
out,
on
Okay.
So
I'm
do you
going
have
to
a
give
card?
you
819.
You're gonna write
Right,
what the butterfly
819.
feels like. Those little hooks. That's what allows
you're
the
gonna
butterfly
circle
to
male.
cling to things.
Wow.
And it also
really
allows
cool.
them to cluster.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand you the butterfly very gently, just
Now you're gonna secure this tag on
just
here.
restraining. Don't squeeze. Just gently.
You're gonna secure it
All
by
right.
pressing on it.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now that's your butterfly.
And here's the certificate that I got in order to track my butterfly. I can go on this website and look for my butterfly number and see where it has flown to. Now you can see me releasing my butterfly. So I'm gently putting it on the flower. It's wanting to stay on my finger instead of getting on the flower, but I'm gently putting it on the flower. They do take a couple of minutes to kind of get over their shock of getting out of their net and getting on their flower before they venture off and fly away. But here you can see it's not wanting to leave. It's so adorable. But I do know that it was the best thing for it to get on its flower and fly away and get on its merry way down to Mexico before it starts getting too cold for it in Texas. This, again, was just one of the coolest experiences I've ever gotten to do, is to touch and hold and feel a butterfly and release it. So I will keep track of it with my little card and see if they have reported finding it anywhere. If you find the butterfly and you see it has a tag on it, you're supposed to report wherever you've seen it so that scientists can keep track of how far it's going. The next several minutes, you're going to be seeing just some beautiful pictures and videos of the butterflies and the flowers that were in bloom in the fall at the Wildseed Farm. A little bit later in the video, there's going to be an interview with one of the volunteers who's going to tell us a little bit more about the butterflies. So enjoy the soothing music and the beautiful views. fun facts about the monarch butterfly. Do you know that they are fast growers? The monarch butterfly can grow 2,700 times its own original weight. Pretty impressive, considering that it's only in its caterpillar stage for 10 to 14 days. The monarch is the state insect of Texas. It's also the state insect of Minnesota, Idaho, Illinois, Alabama, Vermont, and West Virginia. Did you know that monarchs have slow motion clapping wings? The average butterfly flaps its wings around 20 times per second. The monarch butterfly, on the other hand, only flaps its wings about 5 to 12 times a second, so much slower than other butterflies. In the USA, they travel 3,000 miles every year. That's equivalent to 4,828 kilometers. This annual migration starts in northeast United States and Canada and finishes in southwest Mexico. The migration takes place over 4 generations of butterflies. So that means the butterfly, it goes through its full life cycle 4 different times before it heads back to Mexico. They are poisonous. Did you know that? Monarchs eat the poisonous milkweed during their larval stage, which is stored in their body. The poison causes predators to vomit, although it rarely causes death. The brightly hued wings of the monarch butterfly acts as a warning sign to deter the hungry predators. So anytime an animal typically sees something bright colored, they know that it's usually poisonous. The caterpillars actually are quite greedy. They have been known to devour a whole milkweed leaf in under 5 minutes. They eat 200 times their weight in milkweed. Did you know the caterpillar is quite resourceful? It actually eats its own shed skin. When it first emerges from the egg, it eats the eggshell. It then sheds its skin 5 times as it grows and makes a meal out of it each time. The migratory monarchs live up to 8 months or more. Female monarchs can lay more than 400 eggs. The fall migration advances an average of 25 miles per day. So a butterfly flies 25 miles every day. The monarch larva, which is the caterpillar, it will only eat milkweed. And from egg to the last stage of larva, a monarch increases its weight 4,000 times. Adult monarchs taste with their feet. Monarch butterfly wings are fascinating and complex. In order for these delicate creatures to fly, their wing muscles must stay above 55 degrees Fahrenheit to help them out, provide a flat warming stone in your butterfly garden. Monarch butterflies can actually fly quite fast. They fly at a rate of 4 to 12 miles per hour. A human often jogs at the rate of 6 to 8 miles per hour. So they actually can fly faster than we can jog. And did you know monarch butterflies like to huddle together in order to stay warm? Next up, we're going to see a tour of the butterfly garden at the Wildseed Farm. The butterfly garden at the Wildseed Farm is actually a quite large area. They have this beautiful water feature. The butterflies need to go and get a little bit of a drink, they can. They have many plants and beautiful walking paths. So the plants are all kind of blending together. They're not a neat organized garden, but more of a wild natural look. This is the certified Monarch way station. because of the milkweed and the other flowering plants that they have here in the butterfly garden. It is considered a monarch way station, which is really cool. So if you notice, there's a variety of flowers, so with a variety of colors that the butterflies are attracted to. Next up are some pretty flowers and pictures that I saw while in the Wildseed Farm butterfly garden. You can see there was even a butterfly there, along with many bees. The flowers are bright and beautiful, so they're attracting all sorts of pollinators to it. This is a continuation of the butterfly garden. Again, they have lots of trees and smaller shrubs with different flowering plants, and it's a big variety of flowering plants. This is the American beautyberry bush. The blue mist flower seems to be quite a favorite of the butterflies. That is what I saw the butterflies all over in the Fredericksburg Park. Here's some beautiful honeysuckle, which the butterflies enjoy, and so do the hummingbirds. So it's a great plant to plant for both. The butterflies really liked this tree. As you can see in the next picture, I did see several butterflies on this tree. So next up, we're going to hear an interview by the volunteer from the Wildseed Farm that helped with the butterfly release. She's going to tell us a little bit about the butterflies.
My name is Kay, and I work with Wildseed Farms, and we are currently celebrating our Monarch celebration. The Monarch celebration is part of the fall migration of the monarch butterfly that comes from as far north as Canada, flying to Mexico. They overwinter in Mexico, and then in the springtime, that generation of butterfly then flies north looking for milkweed to lay their eggs on. It's the only plant that they use to lay their eggs on. So milkweed is the key to this program for the monarchs. So, just a little bit more about the monarchs. They actually go to the Sierra Madre Mountains in central Mexico, which is west of Mexico City. The monarchs that are headed south through central Texas right now are the fourth or sometimes fifth generation of this season. This last generation of the season is in non-reproductive mode, called diapause, allowing them to live several months. Monarchs are the only insects that migrate to an overwintering site, traveling up to 2,500 miles to reach their destination in Mexico. Once they reach the mountains west of Mexico, they will roost in oyamel trees. This type of fir tree is ideal for the monarchs to cluster together during hibernation. Next spring, when the days get longer and the temperatures are coming back up, they will become active again, mate, and fly north for milkweed to lay their eggs. Conservation and restoration of milkweed is very important. Over the years, the monarch's numbers have been declining primarily due to loss of habitat and the shortage of their host plant, milkweed. So you can help. You can help by adding just even a small garden for butterflies. Milkweed being important, of course, for the monarch. The queen butterfly also uses milkweed, another species of milkweed butterfly. So adding just a small garden of nectaring plants and other attracting host plants for other butterflies can really help the population of these wonderful, wonderful creatures.
I hope this video has inspired you to plant more milkweed in order to help the monarch butterfly have something to eat. The monarch butterfly is definitely going down in numbers, and it really needs our help. So thanks for watching the Wildseed Farm, and don't forget, plant some milkweed. Bye.